Hello, movie lovers. Welcome to Rapid Fire Fridays, the weekly movie news show from Movie Talk Express, where we break down all the biggest movie news stories throughout the week. I'm here with Gio, the co-founder of Movie Talk Express. How you doing today, man?
Doing good. Ready to talk about some movies.
Yeah. And back with us is Jake from Apocaflix. Nice to have you back, man. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me back
Good.
guys.
Yeah. So there wasn't that much news this week other than Comic-Con stuff. So
Post Comic Con.
yeah, and we're gonna save some of the stuff like the real Suicide Squad trailer and the Apocalypse pictures for
A new segment.
our new podcast
Or
that we're gonna be doing called
podcast.
Comic Hero Talk. You can check for that later this weekend on our YouTube channel, and we're gonna dissect a lot of this Comic-Con stuff with Jake. He's been itching to talk about it. He was out of town for the weekend during Comic-Con.
Out of country, man. I couldn't do anything.
Oh, out of the country. So worst weekend to be gone, but
it was terrible.
we're back and we're excited to talk about more Comic-Con with you guys. And there was some new stuff, but for now we're just going to cover some of the other movie news stories that happened throughout the week. And we usually have our planned subjects, but this morning a new piece dropped. And what was that, Gio?
Something exciting. So the first trailer for The Revenant dropped. The movie stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hardy, Domhnall Gleeson, directed by Alejandro Gonzalez Inarritu.
Wow, you got that
that's
down.
good, man.
Pretty good.
I can't ever
I
say
say it in a or two.
Oh, well, yeah. So I'm going to read the synopsis real quick, and we'll go from there. In an expedition of the uncharted American wilderness, legendary explorer Hugh Glass, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, is brutally attacked by a bear and left for dead by members of his own hunting team. In a quest to survive, Glass endures unimaginable grief as well as betrayal from his confidant, John Fitzgerald, played by Tom Hardy. Guided by sheer will and the love for his family, Glass must navigate a vicious winter in a relentless pursuit to live and find redemption. The Revenant is directed and co-written by renowned filmmaker, Academy Award winner Alejandro Gonzalez Inarritu. So the trailer released this morning. I thought it was fantastic. Granted, it's just a teaser trailer, but for me, the first thing I noticed immediately was the cinematography and the way it was shot. That's something I've been looking forward to.
It's beautiful
From the start. The cinematographer who previously worked with Inarritu on Birdman, his name is Emmanuel Lubezki. He's an award-winning cinematographer who also did Gravity. So I see a lot of his work already, and it looks amazing. And according to some research I did, the film took 9 months to shoot. So that's 9 months in a real set location with only natural light, basically.
Wow.
So
they're already done shooting, supposedly,
yes,
right?
Yeah,
Wow.
they finished shooting not too long ago, and so far it looks amazing. I like Leonardo DiCaprio. I think he's gonna win. I mean, that's my prediction. I think he's gonna win this year for Best Actor. That's my prediction.
It's a long time coming if that
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've been saying that for a while, though.
I've been saying
right?
that ever since Mr. Birdman has been
I think
attached
Michael
as
Fassbender
director.
is gonna give him a run for his money for
Right.
jobs, but
Really?
Jobs, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
We'll see though.
We'll get
and
to
I'm
that,
a huge
yeah,
Leo fan,
yeah,
so
Yeah.
we'll see.
But anyways, I like the trailer. I can't wait for it. I'm excited. We didn't get a glimpse of Domhnall Gleeson, who's been on the rise ever since I saw him in Ex Machina. But I'd imagine, between now and the release date, we'll see more of him.
Star
Yeah,
Wars.
definitely.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
definitely. So, what do you guys think about the trailer?
Go ahead.
Just it's awesome. I mean, it's kind of what you expect from that director and three guys like Leo, Tom Hardy, and Domhnall. I mean, what else do you really expect from a movie like that? And like you were saying, the cinematography is just gorgeous. It's definitely the first thing that's noticeable. I really dig the natural lighting aspect of it.
Right.
Like when those first images came out months ago, he was talking about how they were using the natural light and the ways they were using it. And it translates on screen so well.
Mm-hmm.
And even though it's like a really darker look, it's so gorgeous to look at.
Oh yeah.
And it brings you into the story that much more. And we were talking earlier, it's really cool to see Leo do some action stuff.
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah.
I mean, he's
Love
definitely a guy that's worthy of Oscars and stuff like that. But when he gets in action, he's Leo. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
he does anything. So I'm looking forward to it just as much as anybody else. I want to see more Tom Hardy. I want to see more Domhnall Gleeson. And I want to see how that pans out. It's a tragic story, but I am a sucker for survivor stories and revenge stories. So to have them two blended together, yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Oh yeah, that's the sense I got from this trailer. Is it's a story of survival. Before I saw this trailer, I thought the movie was going to be more of Leo on his own traveling through the wilderness, but it looks like it's like a straight up battle movie. Yeah. He's fighting for his life the whole time, getting chased down by Indians and shooting them off their horses. Like
shot some guy off.
That shot near the end when he's on a horse running away from Indians on their horse, and he's shooting them from behind. That's freaking awesome. I love the trailer. Obviously, it's the thing I liked about it is it doesn't give too much away at all. It doesn't give the story away. It doesn't, especially for the first and trailer, which they're calling a teaser trailer. And that's a big problem in Hollywood these days, giving away too much in the trailers. And I applaud whoever edited this trailer. Probably Inarritu had a big part in that himself. It looks amazing. Like you guys said, stellar cast. I can't be more happy with that trio, man. Like, I think the end of the movie is gonna come down to Tom Hardy and Leonardo DiCaprio.
I hope. How long have we been waiting for something like that?
I
hope. Did you guys see that little clip in the trailer? You got to catch it where Tom Hardy tries to grab the gun from Leo, and Leo looks at him and pulls it back. Like, you see that tension, and those are two of the best actors working today. I can't wait. And Birdman was one of the best movies last year, and that I look forward to anything Inarritu does. I haven't seen any of his other films, but I think most of them are like foreign films, right? So, yeah, I just can't wait. Leo's one of my favorite actors of all time, so can't be more excited.
That film releases limited on Christmas with a wide release in January.
We better get it in Sacramento on Christmas, dude. I'll be so mad.
Well, because we got Birdman last year. We got it when it came out. Yeah, we got it late, but we got it pretty good. And then Christmas time, we didn't get American Sniper was on the short release.
January.
We didn't get it till January. So I'm crossing my fingers as well, because it's gonna be good. I don't think there's any way it's not gonna be good.
Right.
So and what I liked about the trailer though is you only saw the bear for like half a second,
and that's like a big part.
Yeah.
Of the movie.
So that scene's gonna be. I hope it's really graphic. I hope it's like hardcore graphic towards it's super intense and it kind of builds, but we'll see.
Graphic without killing him though, without Leo dying.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think maybe we see the bear like kill some other people first? Like that would be awesome.
Because I imagine that the pack of guys is going to be much larger than it's like 3 or 4 guys.
Oh, it looks like it in the beginning of that trailer. Yeah. I love how everyone's scrambling around.
It's going to be interesting
to
see how he goes from Birdman to a movie like this.
It's like, so different.
Yeah, it's so.
I trust him. Like action drama.
For sure. Well, we're all excited for it, as you could tell. So
right.
All right, what do we got next, Joe?
All right, next up, this news broke earlier this week involving Disney. According to the Hollywood Reporter, Disney is developing a live-action Aladdin prequel titled Genies, and the movie is said to focus on the genie prior to his adventures with Aladdin in the animated movie. The Hollywood Reporter also reports that horror veterans Damian Shannon and Mark Swift, who wrote Freddy vs. Jason, will write the script, with Trip Vinson from San Andreas set to produce. My quick thoughts, I like this idea. I was expecting an Aladdin live-action film, but how they're going away from that, so to speak, and focusing on a side character which we all loved. Robin Williams did a fantastic job as Genie. Probably, in my opinion, maybe the best voice animated work in the history of animated film. At least according to me, yeah. I mean, you can never forget that. And I like how they're going to focus on a side character that we all love, and the fact that it could be an original story. As in, there's nothing holding them back at this one because
that's true.
Because, I mean, in my opinion, I don't think Aladdin I don't think they had touched on the.
That's what I was thinking. Like, what if we went back and watched, and he had said something that happened to him prior, right? And they build off that story. But I haven't seen Aladdin. It's been years, a long time. Yeah. But it's one of my favorite movies.
Right.
So I actually just heard this story when you guys sent me the notes.
Oh, really?
Because I've been
So-
gone.
Right.
So when
I
you
haven't-
read that, that's the first time you
That's
heard
the
of it?
first time I heard
Wow,
about it.
what was your
so-
first reaction?
Yeah.
Well, I was a little bit hesitant because of the Robin Williams thing.
Yeah,
And,
Yeah.
exactly.
I was expecting a live action Aladdin story.
Mm-hmm.
But if they do it right, then it should be fun. The only thing that scares me is the people they're bringing on, the San Andreas and the Freddy vs. Jason
Yeah.
guys. That's a little odd for a genie movie.
Yeah, it really is.
So, I mean, we'll see. We've seen guys go back and forth between genres all the time, but yeah, I mean, Disney can do no wrong right now with all kinds of stuff. So,
Right.
as of right now, I can't. I mean, I'll buy it for now. So,
Jacob, what do you think of the news, real quick?
Yeah, at first I wasn't down for it at all. I was like, why don't they just do an Aladdin live action movie? But then I thought, after thinking about it for a few days, it sounds like a cool idea because instead of doing a direct adaptation of all their movies, which they're doing, Beauty and the Beast, they're coming out with another Alice in
Jungle
Wonderland,
Book, Beauty
Jungle
and the
Book,
Beast, Mulan, Tinkerbell.
Mulan, which they all sound great, but with this one they can do something different. They can establish sort of an original story, even though he might have touched on his origin a little bit in the Aladdin movies. But we, as far as us fans, we don't know where he came from. We don't know what being a genie involves and how he ends up in that lamp. So we're gonna see all of that in this movie, hopefully. And the big question is obviously who's gonna portray the genie.
That's the $1 million
Is
question.
are the genies human at first, or are they going to be CGI? That's a big question, but we'll find out with more news. But for now, I'm looking forward to it. It sounds interesting.
Who do you guys think will play the genie? Who do you want?
That's
to play
so
the-
tough.
I mean, it depends on if they do mocap or CGI. Because if they do an animated genie, they can get anybody.
Right.
It's not really going to matter.
The voice will matter more in that
Yeah,
case.
so it's just hard to see someone not named Robin Williams.
Right.
It is. I don't think there's so many actors out there that can do it.
Well, it's going to be live action, so I imagine there's going to be some sort of CGI.
I'll throw two crazy names out there:
Go ahead.
The Rock
Wow.
and Jimmy Fallon.
Oh man.
Wow. Those are two great
Two
names.
crazy,
Very
completely
different
opposite
too,
names.
yeah.
I don't know if Fallon can do it just because his voice isn't as deep.
Yeah, I don't. I'm.
But
not sold
The
on that.
Rock could kill this part.
Wow.
Because he has the charisma
Definitely.
and the size as a genie, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so
I was going to say I literally cannot see anyone in this role, but you just changed my mind. The Rock. would
Well,
be
I had
great.
two different names. I had Jim Carrey and Will Ferrell.
I was thinking of Will Ferrell, but you're gonna see
I'm just
them
thinking
so
about his
much
voice.
in those
Yeah.
roles,
Yeah.
I mean, the same goes with The Rock too, but I don't know. It's gonna be so hard. It depends. They can do one of two things. They're either gonna try to mimic the Robin Williams genie,
I hope they don't do that.
or just try to create something new, but while sticking to the core elements of that.
Do you think it's
character.
going to be the same genie?
That's the
Or
question.
do they focus on other genies?
Maybe it's far back in the future and
Yeah.
it's other genies, and then we meet the genie from Aladdin
Yeah.
eventually, maybe in later in the first movie or in the second movie, whatever. Because didn't they say they want to build a franchise out of this?
Something like that. Yeah, because I mean, the official title of the film is Genies.
Yeah. So I don't think it's just going to focus on that genie. I think we will see him though, because they said they do want to build this up to an Aladdin
Okay.
movie. So that would make sense.
Way to go, Disney. We're all looking forward to this. You certainly got our attention.
For sure.
All right, next up, sticking with Disney. In an interview earlier this week, John C. Reilly confirmed a Wreck-It Ralph 2. For me, it's no surprise. The first one was a hit. It made $471 million off a $165 million budget. So it was a financial success. At least to me, it was a critical, success as well. The film had lots of heart. It showed a different point of view of bad guys. It was a fun adventure. Surprising to you, Jake?
No, not at all. It was coming just because of how good the first one did.
Right.
It was dominant movie. It was so much fun. Kids loved it. It made a bunch of money. So it's not surprising. It was just a matter of timing when it was going to come. I'm excited to see it just because I love the first one.
So I've actually never seen the first one,
It's
and
good.
it's on my list. I really want to see it. I know Gio's giving me the crazy eye right now. I've never seen it. It's just
Wow.
weird. When the movie came out, I wasn't like blogging or podcasting or anything, so I wasn't into movies that much, and especially animated movies. So it's just something that slipped. But I want to watch it. I heard it's great. I'm excited to watch the first one, and it's no surprise they're doing a sequel. I'm just surprised they waited so long to do it.
Yeah,
But I mean,
first film came out.
it's a
2012.
beloved film, and I think people were mad it didn't win Best Animated Picture that year. I think Brave did. I'm not sure, but I heard that's a huge disappointment especially among fans of Wreck-It Ralph. So we'll see. I think a sequel. It's a no-brainer to do a sequel, just like Incredibles, which took way
Finally.
too long
Oh,
as well.
Finally.
Yeah, it'll be almost
So-
15 years by the time it comes out.
Yeah, I'm interested. I'll catch the first one before this one comes out.
So Wreck-It Ralph featured tons of video game characters, people we recognize characters. The question is, which video game characters would you like to see in the sequel that didn't appear in the first film? And I'll open it up.
Wreck-It Ralph is Disney, right?
Correct, but I mean they also had Capcom.
Well, I
Street
think they were
Fighter,
able. They
had-
signed agreements with other companies where they can use
So
their characters.
here's
Sega
kind of a
Sonic and
fun, just like little thing. Put Tron in there.
No, was Tron a video game or?
They've had video
Yeah.
games.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that would. Yeah.
Oh, the light cycles were like
Throw Tron,
good.
throw Wreck-It Ralph on a Tron cycle. It'd be so cool.
That would look pretty awesome. That'd be pretty sweet.
So you guys fill me in. I'm not sure how the whole concept works. So he's jumping through different arcade
So
games. And,
it's this world of video games, and think of Grand Central Station,
oh, okay.
and they all go to work. They live outside of the games.
Mm.
They all go to work. And
All
it's
the
that certain
characters.
game.
Okay.
And their trains. They travel through
Okay.
the power plugs to the game.
Wow.
And all this stuff gets happen.
Yeah.
Games start mixing together, and all kinds of stuff happens. So
That's interesting. I mean, if they can get the rights to do something like this, I think it'll be fun to just do quickly, like have him jump into a sports game or something really quick, like a Madden
game, yeah.
Like imagine he's jumping through these video games or whatever, and then you see him on the football field and he's just running and he like tackles somebody or something. I think that would be fun.
That'd be
Or like
pretty
have him
sweet.
dunk in an NBA or something
Yeah.
like that.
yeah, because the first one was very much besides the whole Call of Duty style game that they had.
Yeah.
It was very kid friendly games.
Well, I heard that in the sequel they're planning on it basing him going on like the internet gaming world.
World
So,
of Warcraft, that kind of stuff.
yeah. So we'll see. I mean, it fits
Call
it
of
in with
Duty,
today's
Star Wars.
Star Wars. There you go.
that would be. They could do
Give
it.
Ralph a
I mean,
lightsaber.
have him in Battlefront or something. That would be cool. They could do so much with that franchise.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
I want to see the first one.
I'm just
gonna
throwing
go
out
watch
one
it pretty
name,
soon.
Mario. Come on, get Mario.
Oh yeah, they're
Yeah,
trying to
'cause
get
they
Mario.
had Sonic. Well, they had it for
but
a little bit. At
I
least,
heard
a little cameo.
Nintendo won't budge easily.
Well, it was their fault that movie sucked in '93. All right,
So,
never mind.
we'll see.
Anyways, yeah. All right, next up, sticking with animation, but moving on to Warner Brothers. It's been confirmed that Michael Cera will voice Robin in Lego Batman. No details on the extent of his role. And it begs the question, which incarnation of Robin are we going to get? Are we going to get Dick Grayson, Jason Todd?
That's a good question.
Who else? I'm sure there's other Robins as well. So what do you guys think of this news? Michael Cera
it's-
as Robin.
I mean, I'm not for or against it. I think for that movie, so this is the same Batman we saw in the Lego movie.
You're gonna
correct?
get Will Arnett.
Will
Yeah.
Arnett is
Okay.
starting as
There
Batman.
we go.
Yeah.
That's all I needed to know. I think they'll play off each other perfectly. It sounds like a good fit, and I mean, people always perceive Robin as like this little weak, whiny person. You know, that's the way he's portrayed a lot in media. So if they can play off that in the movie, I think Michael Cera is perfect for the voicing of it.
I'm okay with it. I actually am part of the minority that wasn't a huge fan of the Lego movie.
Wow.
I didn't enjoy it as much as other people. I just kind of was like, okay, it's good. As far as Cera goes, the only thing I've ever liked him in is Superbad. So
That's fair. I mean,
And so I as of,
you didn't like him in This Is the End?
He had that small
it was.
role.
I mean,
No.
it was okay. It was just
Yeah.
a stupid thing, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Blowing coke in the guy's
So
face.
I'm not for or against it either. I mean, he'll make it his own role. It fits along with the lines of having Will Arnett as Batman.
For sure.
So,
Definitely.
So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it's an exciting project. Apparently, we're gonna get like all incarnations of Batman. So we're gonna get a little bit of Keaton's Batman, a little bit of Christian Bale's Batman, maybe Ben Affleck's Batman. I don't know how that's gonna work. So we're
Iron
gonna
suit.
see different shades of Batman, and I don't know. I like it. I think it'd be a fun casting. Yeah. So the film is set to release May 26, 2017. So it's still quite a ways.
Is that coming out before the Lego movie sequel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. So they're having a build cinematic universe Lego style.
Well, I actually wrote about that. I'll bring that up in a second and I'll name it off. But I wrote about that. They are doing a cinematic kind of thing.
Oh, nice.
So next up, we're gonna move into sci-fi with Star Trek. So in a new photo release, I believe it's Entertainment Weekly.
Yeah,
Star Trek Beyond photo showed the cast for Star Trek, and they were all pointing toward a chair for some type of charity. I apologize, I don't have details on a charity. I'll look that up. But the photo showed the Star Trek cast and also included Idris Elba. So this pretty much confirms that Idris will be in Star Trek Beyond. According to an interview from Simon Pegg earlier this year, he talked about Idris Elba's potential role being an original character.
Oh, okay.
So, any ideas of him as a Klingon? I think.
Is that a character's name?
Yeah, Klingon or something else.
I'm not too familiar with the Star Trek
Right,
universe.
Well,
Yeah.
the Klingons are a race.
Oh, a
They're
race?
like,
Okay.
I haven't watched the originals. in
So
very,
you're a
very
Star
long
Trek
time.
fan, right?
I'm a fan. I don't know a ton about it, but the Klingons are basically, you can say that the Klingons are like,
They're a race, an alien
Are they
race.
the brown skin creatures?
yeah, they're a bit dark. They're almost like the Stormtroopers to the Jedi.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
They're
Okay.
around a lot.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see.
And
Are they in suits or
No. They're just.
are they those that race in the beginning of Star Trek Into Darkness who's like running through the woods and stuff? And they're weird looking.
No.
no.
Those
Okay.
would be something else. But yeah, Simon Pegg said in an interview that Idris Elba's character will be an original character. So, what do you think, Jacob? Well, Jason,
I mean, it all depends. Oh, those are the Klingons. Okay, that would make
okay,
sense.
yeah.
Is that character in?
In the original Star, he's part of the crew.
Okay.
He's a Klingon that's part of the crew.
Yeah, we'll put in some pictures right here about what we're talking about. But I mean, it all depends on what type of character he's playing. Is he playing a villain?
Yes.
I mean, is that for sure,
yes.
or it's expected? If he's playing a villain, I mean, of course I buy it. I mean, even if he wasn't, I think he'll fit into a villain role. I mean, they had such a great villain in the last movie with Benedict Cumberbatch as Khan. So, I mean, how are they going to top that? You get Idris Elba as the villain.
Okay, so the Klingons were in Into Darkness.
They were.
They-
But they
so-
weren't that
So
opening scene.
when they went to retrieve Benedict Cumberbatch on that planet,
That's right.
the fight scene where he's taking
Yeah.
out all those people, those are the Klingons.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I totally forgot.
Yeah, I'm not too knowledgeable
Oh,
on
those people
Star
that
Trek.
Cumberbatch was
canon.
annihilating.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
he's a beast in that movie.
Yeah, he was.
So, what do you think about this?
Yeah.
And just
Oh,
Idris
it's
Elba?
awesome.
Yeah,
the
of
guy
course.
he deserves any kind of role he gets. He's completely underused in the Marvel universe, which I
They
absolutely
didn't know
hate.
How big of a star he was going to be?
Yes,
when
I
they shot the
hate
first
it.
movie.
But no, I'm excited. I'm super stoked to see him as a villain. Because I don't think we've ever seen him as a villain before. I could be wrong. but he's awesome.
Yeah, I don't think
He's
like,
got a lot of
straight up
good roles
villain.
coming. He's got a lot of good roles coming his way too.
Oh yeah.
And this is only the beginning. I'm one of the things that he could possibly be the next James Bond.
I want that. Yes.
I think he could. But no, this is awesome. He's definitely going to be. I'll even go as far as say that he might be better than Benedict
As a villain,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't
But
deny
but it
that.
also depends on what they do for him, like what he
Exactly.
is. Does he have an army behind him? I want him to be. I don't want him to be that solo villain like Benedict was.
Yeah.
And I want him to be more than what Eric Bana had in the first one with that just a ship.
Especially because you want to see something different too.
Because now that they're going on their 5-year journey, which is the core of Star Trek, like Star Trek is all about going out and adventuring into worlds. I want him to be like some war planet or where he has a giant army.
Yeah, where
or,
he's like the leader or the general or something like that.
He's just exactly.
Oh yeah. No, I could see it. Definitely, it sounds very interesting.
Yeah, and speaking of Idris Elba as a villain, he has this movie coming out. I think it's this year, exclusively on Netflix, called Beast of No Nation.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Check it out. It's
Sounds
supposed to be a
interesting.
very evil world.
All right, what's next, Gio?
All right, next up, we have concept art courtesy of Mr. Neil Blomkamp. So Neil Blomkamp is moving forward with Alien 5. Yeah, Alien 5. And he revealed some new concept art via his Instagram. And most of the reactions I've read online have been positive, as in people are looking forward to Neil Blomkamp give his version of Alien. Regardless of what you think of Elysium and Chappie. So what do you guys think of this concept art, and are you still excited for Blomkamp's Alien film?
Well, have you guys seen the originals? Alien?
Yes.
Yes. It's been a while.
Well, I've seen the first two.
Hicks, man. I am so excited to see
the
Hicks.
The Hicks character.
Because he did not die in the second one. He lived,
and they're
and he
erasing
just disappeared.
the third one, right?
I
From
think
third
that's what
on?
they're doing,
Yeah,
yes.
so it's a
So
continuation from the
yeah,
second
kind of what
one,
Mad
yeah.
Max did.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's the thing I see from it. Hicks, he's back, and I am so excited to see him back, and I'm excited to see Michael Biehn back because the whole Ripley Hicks thing was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see more, but here's the thing: I didn't like Sector 9, or what's his first
District 9,
District
right?
9.
Yeah.
I didn't like District 9.
Really?
I didn't like Elysium, and I've never seen Chappie because it looks terrible. So
It
I am
is
not
terrible.
on Blomkamp's side right now, which is scaring me. But he's also, those 3 movies were his ideas. So maybe going off someone else's script and a property that's kind of known will help. I hope, I'm crossing all fingers I can, that it's going to be good because I want a good Alien film.
Yeah.
I just want a good Alien film.
We're long overdue.
Yeah, I
Exactly,
mean, we
so-
can't tell much from this art, but it looks cool. The difference with this movie is a lot of reboots and franchises are recasting people to play younger versions of these characters, but not with this movie. They got Sigourney Weaver, they got the guy playing Hicks. I think that's really cool. It's going to bring so much nostalgia, and you get to see these great actors and at least give it one more time as their characters. And I'm sure big fans of Alien are happy with this image. I don't know how they feel about Blomkamp directing, because here's the thing: I haven't seen District 9. I plan on seeing it, but you're one of the first people I've heard say that it's not good. Everyone else tells, "Oh, it's so amazing."
I mean, it's not that it's not good. It just wasn't
Just,
as good as everybody
like,
said it was.
it got nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah,
like, it's not that
I mean,
good, is what
I don't know
you're
what.
saying, yeah.
I mean, it was good. It was interesting, but it fell flat for me. There were certain things I just didn't like, but yeah. So.
And then I didn't like Elysium, and I didn't like Chappie. There was some redeeming qualities in Chappie. There really were, but overall, not a good movie. So, I mean, I'm not a huge Aliens fan, but I'm still looking forward to this movie, and I'll give Blomkamp another chance. So
Someone online is like, man, they're going to recast Hicks and give Jai Courtney the role.
I was reading. So this is totally off topic, but I was reading a page the other day. Said because the Han Solo news came out, 10 actors who can play Han Solo. They gave
Really?
a list, and then it said 1 actor who can't. Jai Courtney.
Oh, please no. And I don't mind Jai Courtney as much as most people do,
Mr.
but
Stoneface Jai Courtney.
I don't want him playing a character like Han Solo. No, I'm actually. This is a whole nother topic. I want the kid from Kingsman to play Han Solo. Depends how young they go.
Yeah.
If he does an American he's gonna have to do an American accent.
I want Garrett
obviously.
Hedlund
Who's that again?
from Tron. I want him.
That's not a bad choice.
Yeah.
All right. Did we have any more movie news
Just
topics?
the box office predictions for this weekend. We have Ant-Man and Trainwreck releasing, and Minions
We'll
going
include Minions
into
in there.
its
Yeah,
second
from now
week.
on, at the end of every Rapid Fire Friday, I want to start doing our box office predictions. Even though I'm trying to see what Ant-Man did last night, but it doesn't.
6.1.
Are the numbers
million,
up?
I
Okay,
think.
estimated 6.4.
6.4. There you go.
I mean, that's under par as far as I remember. Winter Soldier did like 8 opening night. and-
Well, it's on pace with Thor 2 right now.
is it okay?
Yeah.
That
Thor
that,
2 is like 6.7 or
that
6.6
makes more
or
sense,
something
and
like that.
you can't expect 100 million opening weekend with an unknown property like Ant-Man. It depends how much buzz the movie's going to build based on word of mouth. But so, and I think Trainwreck did like 2 million, 1 point something million last night. Yeah, for me, I made my prediction last week, but I said about 85 million. I think I'm gonna
For
lower.
Ant-Man?
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
I think I'm gonna lower that actually.
You wait till you hear mine.
Because that was my prediction last week. I'm gonna go 70 million opening weekend, and that's not bad. Maybe it's not on
that's,
par
that's
with
fantastic.
it is
For that movie. That's incredible
but
for that
it's
movie.
nowadays people want to expect Jurassic World or Fast 7 or Avengers: Age of Ultron numbers. Not every movie has to perform like that. So I'm saying 70 for Ant-Man. I'm saying I think Trainwreck's gonna do like 50 honestly, and then Minions do like 35, 40. That's my prediction.
I'll
go ahead.
go. I'll say Ant-Man 75 to 80 million.
Yeah.
I'll touch it just
Yeah.
because after seeing it last night, it has
I think it'll build
it
some
has
buzz,
a chance.
dude.
It has a very good
because
chance.
It had everybody
And I
laughing.
won't be surprised if it pulls a Guardians
Oh,
and
neither
crushes
will I.
the opening weekend. I will not be surprised because of the craziness that Guardians was and what it did. I wouldn't be surprised if a movie like this does the same thing.
Definitely.
Trainwreck, I'll say 30 to 40 million, and I'll go Minions like 25, somewhere around there.
Yeah, it's not getting great reviews. Did you see the Minions?
I've been gone, so I haven't seen anything.
I didn't. We missed it. I didn't hear good things though. So
All right. I say Minions will pull in 22 million this weekend. I say Trainwreck will pull in 34 million. And Ant-Man
Here comes the
will
95.
pull in $95 million opening weekend.
sticking
like
with
it.
that number.
I
huh?
hope it does it.
I hope it does.
really hope it
I
does
hope it makes 120, but
I-
we'll see.
That's hard to hard
Yeah.
to do, but
Especially
I hope
with.
it,
I honestly think Trainwreck will take away some of that box office. If it was the only big release coming out, because I think people are excited for Trainwreck. Like I hear a lot of people talking about it, and people are big Amy Schumer fans. So
I have faith in that Marvel brand. When people see
yeah,
it, they're
it's
just
it's the
gonna be
Marvel
like,
brand, and then you have Paul Rudd, who's kind of just been around, and you have Michael Douglas, who's been around for a long time, crushing it. It's just
I
either
think
way, I
yeah.
think it's gonna have the legs. I
Right.
hope it has the legs anyway. So
I think the biggest thing is going to be word of mouth. It's all. If people tell their friends and family members to go see it, then that's going to play
I'll
a
tell
big
everybody
part.
go see Ant-Man.
Yeah, dude.
immediately.
I think even if you're not a fan of Marvel movies
Oh,
or comic book
it's-
hero, it's so funny.
just go see.
But we're
Ant-Man.
going to get into that. We're going to put up our
Stay
spoilers
tuned.
review this weekend for Ant-Man. And that's going to do it for Rapid Fire Friday here on July 17th, 2015. I'm Jacob Bartley, the host of the Movie Talk Express podcast. And you can find our podcast on YouTube every Wednesday morning. And you can find our site at movietalkexpress.com, Facebook Movie Talk Express, Twitter Movie Talk EX. You can find me on Twitter, Jacob Bartley, at Jake Ryan Bartley. I'm here with Gio. Where can they find you at, man?
You guys can find me on Twitter at Giorgio Ramos24 and on Facebook, Giorgio Ramos, and on Movie Talk Express every day.
And back again with us is Jake from Apocaflix. Where can they find you?
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at Dead Jake Berlin, and then at Apocaflix for Facebook and Twitter.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening.